My name is Ryan Angerami. I lead the performance efforts at Reddit. We're a relatively new team. It was just started last year, and we look to marry our clients' KPIs on our auction platform with hopefully the millions of users that are on Reddit.
Hey everyone, and I'm Sean from Adjust. I manage our US-based technology partners and work with awesome people like Adjust, or Reddit, I should say. At Adjust, with Reddit, I should say. Off to a great start.
Paid him to say that. Sean and I have known each other for about a year.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it goes fast. When Reddit launched our CPC auction last year, along with our mobile app install product, Sean, his team, a lot of our mutual clients like Zynga, Scopely, really helped us to get up to speed, make sure we were building the right product, not just the product that we wanted. We're really excited to talk about the evolution of this partnership today and hopefully how it'll impact a lot of the folks in the room that are app developers. But first, I am in sales and I'm an only child. And that's like a super combo for being able to talk about yourself.
Guilty.
So I'm going to do more of that. Reddit has over 430 million monthly visitors, and many of them are not on other platforms. We say 50% are not on Snap. We have 40% that are not on Instagram. And aside from that unduplicated reach story, Reddit's mission is to bring community and belonging to everybody in the world. We have over 100,000 active communities, which we call subreddits on the site, from r/Pokemon to r/makeup addiction. 90% of our users say that there is a community for everybody on the site. I'm gonna somehow stop with the self-promotion for a second.
You sure?
Yeah, just for a second, it's coming back. SF is kind of a hectic place. Things are constantly changing, especially in ad tech. You can feel left behind really, really fast. And it's also incredibly expensive to live here. So I just moved to the Inner Sunset. It's a neighborhood here in SF. And I'm paying about $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom. I feel like that's astronomical for 2012 prices. I can't imagine what next year, 2013, is going to bring.
I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm just going to let you keep rolling.
But, listen. Being here, you do get to be on the forefront of a lot of tech trends. I've got my Google Glass on pre-order. I'm really excited to see all of us in the next 6 months wearing this. Sean, you?
Once again, please keep going. I'm really interested in where this is going right now.
Well, all right. Speaking of early adopter, I'm proud owner of what I'm calling the iPhone killer, my Windows phone. I know we have a lot of app developers here in the room. Stop what you're doing. This is the platform to be investing on.
Microsoft, I love you, but it's definitely not.
But listen, all is not well in the Bay Area. Facebook just IPO'd, $38, and it's already dipped 30%. Guys, I don't think they're going to recover.
Okay, I'm officially going to stop you right now.
What?
Ryan, what year do you think it is?
It's the year of mobile.
What year is that?
It's here at Mobile Growth Summit 2012, where Reddit announces we're on the cutting edge of ad tech.
I knew something was wrong. 2020.
We totally rehearsed this, so this is getting a little weird.
I thought we went through these slides earlier. This is a little weird.
Anyway, We're partnering with Adjust to be our first partner for Reddit now supporting postbacks on our platform. Something we're really jazzed about, to be on the forefront of technology in 2012.
Hey, you know what? 8 years is better than nothing, I guess.
These Adjust guys are really good at counting. We'll work out this discrepancy later. In all seriousness, Reddit's ads engineering team only existed 2 to 3 years ago. Built our own homegrown ad server. We launched CPC, we launched a mobile app install product. And throughout this entire time, user privacy is at the forefront of everything we do. So it's important that the sharing of that data, the handling of it is done really respectfully. And after vetting a lot of partners, we realized Sean and his team at Adjust are amongst the class leaders in that. Look, we know that postbacks are not new news. I am just really excited that we're getting this done in 2012, because it would be so cringy to be up here in 8 years from now and announcing we finally support postbacks on Reddit.
Very cringy, yes.
About 10 minutes in, you're probably wondering, what is the point of all of this? And is he still going to keep up this 2012 thing? First, great question. Second, yes, absolutely. I'm going to still keep doing that. If you ran mobile app install on Reddit last year and you were one of those first mover clients, first of all, thank you very much. But it was an arduous time to be able to understand how things were actually working. You had to log into a Just Partner portal, download an install report, go to Reddit, download a line-by-line cost analysis, and after a lot of Excel pivot tables, marry all of that together to see how things were actually doing and start making optimizations off of that. We are very excited that all lives in the Reddit UI now. In addition to that, we're not in the business of taking control away from a lot of our partners, and you'll be able to set up your campaigns as granular as you want to be able to see OS, device, the communities themselves of eCPIs, post-install events, ROAS, everything all there in the dashboard. And lastly, we know that maybe a little late to the game on doing all this, but we stood up an entire business last year based off of manual optimizations and a lot of VLOOKUPs. So we were really excited to have this now come into the 21st century, it's 2012, and what it means for our roadmap and being able to support this community moving forward.
That's great. And look, jokes aside, I mean, this is pretty monumental, right? And no one really gets super psyched about postbacks, but realistically, right, Reddit has hundreds of thousands of targetable communities, and being able to actually look at deep dive performance, understand user journey from there is massive. I'm really excited for you guys. So honestly, thanks for having us work together with you on it. I would love to see what you guys are gonna be doing in the future. And in general, right, so from our perspective, we're having a holistic view of exactly all the channels UA managers are running on and exactly what the heck is happening after the users convert, right? So not just having that ability to see the deeper insights across just Reddit, but being able to compare and contrast that against other UA forms that you're running, whether it's email, paid, social, et cetera, and being able to have that really deep dive understanding of how good each channel is and where you should be budgeting accordingly is pretty paramount, right? And that's nothing really new, but we're really excited to have Reddit in that mix now. And I think in the next portion, what we're really interested in kind of diving more on is, what are the trends in the industry right now? And with more UA buyers testing more and more networks right now between Adjust, to give you guys an idea, every UA manager or every major app developer working with is testing between 12 to 15 networks at any given time. And that's whether it's blue chip social channels they're running or just testing out, random email channels, et cetera. It's a lot of work. And with that comes fraud, of course, right? We all know this is nothing new. So I think it's really great to see the industry kind of huddle around and understand that the MMPs and third-party fraud tools really do have the best advantage of looking at this and fighting on it. And I'm really happy to see all the other MMPs in the industry kind of working together to fight this problem. But that doesn't really solve the problem necessarily on that end. There's also the post-install fraud that people really aren't talking about. So really important to know that if you are protecting your apps, to really look at the bigger problem, which could be destroying your app economy, which is bots, right? So without doing too much shameless promo, we have a really cool solution to that. Come grab me afterwards and I'll give you that lowdown on that specifically. And I think the next portion I'm pretty excited to chat about is automation, right? So gonna give you guys all a quick sneak peek. I probably will get in trouble for this, but who cares? It's MGS 20, and we'll talk a little bit about this. So next week, Adjust is gonna be announcing our first automation tool. Really excited about it. I'm gonna give you guys a couple tidbits about what's gonna be happening with this tool, what it's gonna allow UA managers to do who are using Adjust or using another MMP that want to kind of optimize their UA buying across networks. So kind of the three pillars we're thinking of at a very high level. And again, next week we'll have the whole product out and you can see all the bells and whistles with it. But fundamentally the problems that we're trying to solve are, one, being able to change bids, budgets across the networks you're working with. So if you have 15 networks, it's very manual as a UA manager to go to each one of those dashboards, to send an email to each one of those UA managers at networks. I used to work at Vungle myself, and that's what I did every day, is take these emails and plug them in, and it was awful. So automizing this is a really big problem that we need to answer and really free up the time for UA managers to do what they're good at, which is being creative and come up with new schemes and new areas and testing, right? The second portion of it is looking into true automation. So if your app has, say, a hard day 7, 15% ROAS goal or ROI goal, you can actually set that up within our dashboard and say, hey, across these 15 networks, I need to hit this goal. If this publisher is doing super well, increase the bid by 10% every day until it hits X mark. Or if it's not doing bad, lower the bid every day until it hits this mark.
And you guys are doing this all in Excel, Google Sheets?
Dashboard. What? 2020. We're in the future now. And the last but not least, right, creative and cost performance has been an area that everybody's focused on as well. So having measurement data, protection data, and having this automation data all within one dashboard was something we're really excited about. And last but not least, again, probably will get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna show you guys a quick sneak peek of some of the awesome launch partners we're going to market with. These are all partners we have direct API integrations with that will be included in our Automate tool that's coming out next week with many, many, many more to come in the pipeline, including our friends from Reddit down the line as well. If you guys want to learn more about this, we're actually hosting a talk tomorrow at 1:30. Just own Tatiana, who's our product manager, has been working on this, is going to be talking to Warren Woodward from Uptick, who's awesome, has a lot of experience in the UA world, and they're going to be talking about automation best practices and just getting their feet wet with automation. And he's been someone that's really kind of pushing the envelope on this. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more around the actual strategy behind that, I'd very incentivize you guys to go and learn more.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you guys for being along for this kind of ridiculous ride. If you want to meet with either of us or learn more, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on r/Reddit ads, it's our ads community, or on MySpace.
Definitely MySpace. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys.